What up, guys? So today we got a question from a brand new white belt. He's 36 years old, 5'11", 270 pounds. So he's a big fella. Basically, the other day he's rolling. It's like his first week, I think. First week. So he goes into class, he's training, and someone ends up putting him into, or puts a shin staple on. So a shin staple, by my terminology, maybe you don't use this, but basically it's where you pin a part of the body down. So you might have a knee here, a foot here, and then in that space with your shin, you're pinning the arm down so that they can't move, right? And in his case, the person did this, and the shin was just cutting into his arm. And he said, bro, it hurts so bad. And he, started to freak out a little bit. And the guy that he was rolling with was surprised. He didn't understand why it hurt so bad. But for him, he said, dude, it felt like it was cutting my damn arm off. So he sends me the message. He says, Chewy, I realize I'm probably just being a pussy. But I'm wondering, what do I need to do to make it not hurt so bad? And the guy that he was rolling with was confused and at a loss, like how to fix it. So Justin, thanks for the question, bro. So check this out. You're brand new to Jiu-Jitsu. So I imagine you came into Jiu-Jitsu, with what most people do, these big eyes. You're like, oh man, this is gonna help me get in shape, might make me be more confident, teach me how to fight, and, have all these things. People listen to all these different podcasts and people talk about Jiu-Jitsu in such flowery language. It changed my life. It gave me perspective. It gave me confidence. It did this, whatever. Yeah, but it hurts. Like, it's uncomfortable. Now, I'm not saying it's that painful, because wrestling was worse, but it's really uncomfortable at times. And you get into these positions where people are putting their knees and shins on you. And if your body's not used to it, it's really uncomfortable. Jiu-Jitsu to me is like the big thing that Jiu-Jitsu gives you above all other things, along with the technique and everything else. It gives you the ability to be comfortable with really uncomfortable situations. I remember just the other day I was thinking about this. I was rolling here on the mats and we had one of our guys, he's like damn near 300 pounds, huge dude. And he's got me in a headlock and he's squeezing and I'm on my back and he's on top of me and he's squeezing my head. And I'm just sort of putting my frames up where they need to be. And I'm just letting him go ahead, wear yourself out. It's okay. And I'm just sitting there waiting. And I'm thinking about how relaxed I am. Cause I'm just sitting there waiting. Foot back 20 years ago, I remember being in headlock positions and it just was squeezing my head. I'd freak out and it was super uncomfortable. I'd leave that day all sore and everything else. I remember even taking about a month off during COVID. So in March of 2020, we cut off we closed the gym to see what was going on. And we started reopening for small group classes about a month later. And I remember coming back in right before early May, late April, and I had a training session with a few of the guys. And I remember coming back for my first day, just a month and some change off. When I got home, I felt like I was in a car wreck. Oh my God, I can't believe how used to this I've become. In just a month off, all of a sudden I can feel it. So what I'm getting at, bro, is that your body will go through this natural hardening process when you go into the Jiu-Jitsu. So your body gets tougher. In your message, you told me that you don't really have an athletic background. You haven't really trained before. So all of this is going to be new. You're going to be using all sorts of different muscles. So you're going to be sore there. You're going to have mat burns on your toes and your knees and everything else. Your body will begin to callus up and develop those. And then you're going to be in these positions where your muscles, the muscles in the sense of people driving their forearms into you, will begin to become tougher. I mean, I see a lot of times women come in and they're not used to having people grab on them. And in their first couple of classes, they'll look like cheetah prints. Like they just have these little marks or leopards, right? Just there are bruises all over them. And it's just from people grabbing them and their body's not used to it. I believe one of my females was telling me that, you can take a supplement to help out with it, but it kind of goes away after they've been training for a bit. And so you just have to keep training. So you're not a pussy. It hurts. That's part of it. Jiu-Jitsu is this transformative art that can change your life. It can give you all these different beautiful qualities, but most of the most beautiful qualities come off the back of really uncomfortable stuff, right? You look at a lot of people's highest highs that they've ever reached come off the backs of the worst things that ever happened. And in our case in Jiu-Jitsu, we develop all these beneficial traits with some, people smashing our faces, pinning us down with their knees and shins and everything else. And so again, just give it time, right? So just deal with it. And what you will probably find is that over time, it gets easier and easier until someday you're like me and some guy's digging his shin on your face or whatever. And you're just kind of looking up at the sky thinking, I'll deal with this later, right? Not that big of a deal. So anyway, just an idea to chew on, brother. Good luck with it, Justin. Talk to you guys next time.